Welcome to Old Coins Explorer, the channel where we explore fascinating old coins from around the world. Today, we are going to take a close look at a very interesting 1992 Malaysia 1 ringgit coin. At first glance, this coin may appear to be an ordinary piece of old currency, but it has a fascinating history behind it. The coin shown in our video carries the words Bank Negara Malaysia, clearly identifying its Malaysian origin. It also features the denomination $1 and the date 1992, making identification relatively straightforward. One of the most attractive features is the beautiful hibiscus flower shown prominently on the denomination side. On the opposite side, we can see a traditional Keris together with a decorative Songket background. These designs were selected to represent important elements of Malaysian culture and heritage. This particular type of 1 ringgit coin was part of Malaysia's second series of circulation coins. So, stay with Old Coins Explorer, because in this video we will explore its history, design, specifications, rarity, authenticity, and realistic collector value. Identifying the 1992 Malaysia 1 ringgit. The coin in front of us is the 1992 Malaysia 1 ringgit, belonging to Malaysia's second series of circulation coins. The year 1992 can clearly be seen on the denomination side, with the date divided around the large $1 symbol. Around the upper part of the coin, the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia identifies the country's issuing authority. The large dollar-style symbol sometimes causes confusion among people who see this coin for the first time. However, this is not an American dollar coin, and the dollar symbol does not mean that the coin belongs to the United States. It was a normal denomination symbol used on this earlier Malaysian 1 ringgit design. The second series of Malaysian coins began in 1989 and featured designs representing Malaysian culture and national identity. The 1992 issue therefore belongs to an important period in the history of Malaysian circulating currency. The coin is round and has a milled or reeded edge, which is another useful identification feature. Based on the photographs provided, the coin can be identified as the 1992 Malaysian 1 ringgit $1 type from the second series. Hibiscus design and its meaning. Now let's take a closer look at one of the most beautiful elements of this coin, the hibiscus flower. The hibiscus, known locally as Bunga Raya, is the national flower of Malaysia. Its presence on the coin gives the design a strong connection with Malaysian national identity. The flower is positioned prominently in the center, surrounded by the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia. If you look closely at the photographs, you can see several fine lines and details within the petals and leaves. These details are especially useful when collectors examine the quality and authenticity of an example. Because this coin circulated for many years, some of the finer details can become weaker through normal wear. The example shown in this video has visible circulation wear, but the main floral design remains recognizable. The hibiscus was not placed on the coin simply for decoration, it was selected because of its national significance. This makes the coin interesting not only from a monetary point of view, but also from the perspective of Malaysian history, culture, and national symbolism. Keris and Songket design. The opposite side of the coin contains an even more culturally significant design featuring a traditional Keris. The Keris is a traditional dagger associated with the cultural heritage of the Malay world and Southeast Asia. On this Malaysian coin, the Keris is displayed vertically as the main central element of the design. Behind the Keris is a detailed pattern representing Songket, a traditional decorative textile associated with Malay culture. The combination of the Keris and Songket gives this 1 ringgit coin a very distinctive appearance. Rather than using a portrait of a political leader, the designers chose traditional cultural elements to represent Malaysia. This was part of the wider concept behind Malaysia's second series of circulating coins. Different denominations in the series featured objects and symbols connected with Malaysian heritage and traditions. The detailed patterns on the Songket background can be particularly attractive when the coin is in high condition. For collectors, this cultural design is one of the main reasons why the 1992 Malaysia 1 ringgit remains an interesting historical coin even though ordinary examples are not considered extremely rare. Why was the RM1 coin withdrawn? The story becomes even more interesting because this coin eventually disappeared from everyday Malaysian circulation. Bank Negara Malaysia announced that the RM1 coin would be withdrawn because demand for the coin had become low and its use for purchases of goods and services had become increasingly unpopular. At that time, RM1 coins represented less than 1% of the total value of currency in circulation, according to Bank Negara Malaysia. The public was given a period from September 7 to December 6, 2005 to exchange the coins at face value. After that period, the RM1 coin ceased to be legal tender from December 7, 2005. This is an important historical detail because many people assume that every old Malaysian coin can still be spent simply because it carries a denomination. That is not the case with this old RM1 circulation coin today. The withdrawal transformed surviving examples into objects of historical and numismatic interest. So, when you hold a 1992 RM1 coin today, you are holding currency that once circulated in Malaysia but has been officially removed from legal tender circulation. That historical transition is one of the strongest reasons collectors continue to preserve examples of this type. How to check whether your coin is genuine? If you own a 1992 Malaysia RM1 coin, the next question should be, could it be counterfeit? Counterfeiting is one reason you should never judge an old coin only by its color or apparent age. BANK Negara Malaysia has previously acknowledged isolated cases of counterfeit RM1 coins, although it stated that these cases did not involve significant amounts. For a genuine-looking example, examine the lettering BANK Negara Malaysia carefully and look at the sharpness of the raised details. Check the $1 symbol and the number 1, because these should have clear and properly formed details. Inspect the hibiscus flower and look for naturally struck fine lines rather than crude or mushy reproduction. On the other side, examine the Keris, its sheath, and the Songket pattern for proper definition and alignment. Finally, inspect the reeded edge around the entire coin for consistency. BANK Negara Malaysia specifically highlighted sharp lettering, clear denomination details, a well-embossed hibiscus, clearly defined Keris and sheath design, and a clearly defined milled edge as features to examine. For an expensive suspected error or unusual variety, professional authentication is always safer than relying only on a YouTube claim or a social media post. What makes this coin worth keeping? So, what is the final verdict on this 1992 Malaysia 1 ringgit coin? First, it is a genuine and identifiable type of Malaysian second series circulation coin based on the design shown in the photographs. Second, its $1 symbol is completely normal for this period and does not make the coin suspicious or foreign. Third, the hibiscus represents Malaysian national identity, while the Keris and Songket connect the coin with traditional cultural heritage. Fourth, the coin was made from a copper-based tin brass alloy rather than solid gold or ordinary silver. Fifth, approximately 139 million examples were produced, so the standard 1992 date is not considered extremely rare. Sixth, the coin ceased to be legal tender in Malaysia on December 7, 2005, making it an interesting piece of discontinued currency. And finally, the realistic collector value of an ordinary circulated example is generally modest, while exceptional condition, genuine mint errors, varieties, or special provenance can change the situation. So if you found one of these coins, don't throw it away, but also don't believe every viral claim that promises a fortune. Keep it safe, compare it with reliable catalogs, and remember that the real treasure may be the history engraved into the coin itself. See you next coin. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel.